Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 10 of our Wulfrik the Wanderer and More of the Pirates campaign. In today's episode, we have a pretty sizable battle here against Azazel's remaining forces over at the Tower of Crack. We managed to attack one of the weaker armies first, and so we pulled them into the engagement. We're going to try to eliminate them quickly while the others funnel on in. We have some Chosen and the like moving in, so it's going to be quite the elite army. And then the other one is actually going to have a whole heap of large units, so we're going to want to try to keep our javelins mostly intact, especially for this first little fight here. That way we can use them to eliminate his trolls as fast as we can. Get this battle going. We will just leave our Norskins where they are, since he is going to be moving right on towards us. Pull these guys back so they're not getting hit by those javelins. We're going to get one shot away at them. We're just going to keep them pulled kind of back into the right here. I will send Wulfrik right on up. He's not really scared of anything going on here. Since they're not going to move towards me, send the forces up just a little bit there. We do have those trees in the way on this other side, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we'll deal with as we need to. We've got the ice wolves hiding in the woods there. I do think I'm going to blast Sea Fang through. They may decide to move, but if they do, that's entirely fine. I just want to see if we can get them out of this starting position here. That's going to rip on through. Let's bring them over together. We'll have one of you guys as the attacking unit. Wulfrik, you come on back. Mammoth, kind of hang out in the middle of the woods here. Not where you exactly want to be, but... Alright, send them forward in on these simulant slaughtercapes so they don't take out our lads. Rotate that line back. They're going to be just a little bit too slow, looks like. Let's have Wulfrik come on over and help out. They take a little bit of damage, but that's entirely fine. Feral Mammoth is in with the Manticore. Should easily defeat that in a fight. We'll have Wulfrik dodge on through. Pull away from those trolls there. Stop him from moving, and then Wulfrik should beat the brakes off of this lord here. Activate the Sword of Torgald. Pull these lads back. We should easily defeat the Slaughtercade. Move them on forward to help out. Have all of these javelins working on the trolls there. Keep dragging them into a fight. Blood away. Whoever is in melee mode, get them out of it. His horsemen are already fleeing off the map, which is perfect. We can keep the Chaos Spawn in and chasing, and we can send these hounds out to deal with this unit as well. Perfect. And actually, we can take a little bit more of a defensive position over here. Let's grab our initial line. And we're going to probably rotate them just a smidgen then. Wulfrik charge the Slaughtercade. You guys come over and help. We'll have the Ice Wolves deal with these Marauders. You guys just keep coming on through. Gonna take them quite a while to get on over, except for the Trolls. So let's go ahead and get the Javelins set up. Bring them over. We use this portion of the mountain there as kind of a shield. So we'll kind of set them up right there, finally. Want the enemy to be out of the woods when they do approach. Let's grab... Lads are still working out just fine. You guys come on back up. Bother the spawn some more. Wulfrik is still dealing with the enemy lord. Perfect. You guys come on back over. Have the great axes and such on this side. Champions in the center. And then you two off on the side there. We can have our skin wolves moving on back. Didn't even really need to use them, which is perfectly fine by me. Wulfrik is dealing with the lord. Let's go ahead and bring them on back. I think he should be shattered. Yeah, he's not coming back. Leave you there, and we'll have these guys kind of hang out in the woods. Bring the wolves away from the Chaos Spawn there, and let these guys keep throwing their axes at them. We may have these skin wolves come on over and help it out with that group. Alright, here comes all the opponents. Not sure what the plan is with this Manticore. It is way too far ahead. We'll leave you here. Wulfrik can deal with it once it lands. Oh, do you want to fight Wulfrik? An even worse idea. Okay, he lands, and we can go ahead and quickly eliminate that unit there. Axes are making pretty quick work of these poor Chaos Spawn. We may give them a good old charge. Everyone else is moving on over. They are trying to go very wide there. Hate to see it. Rotate these javelins. Keep these guys where they're at. Mage kind of rotate over. and have you leave. Let that victory go on ahead. Gonna bring Wulfrik and the Mammoth over to deal with this Exalted Hero. Gonna rotate these forces here. The enemy does have to kind of... the metal spell that barely even registered for a moment. Took a lot of damage, but luckily they actually didn't take too much. Rotate through the woods here. Gotta bring our Javelin Cavalry over. Wulfrik, go deal with the Exalted Hero. Let the Mammoth kind of come over and hang out. Deal with those Gore Beast Chariots. You deal with those Warhounds. Go ahead and have all more metal. You leave us alone. Drop down the Melkoth Mystifying on these Marauder Horsemen here. Bring them into a fight with these Gore Beast Chariots, which are hurting something fierce. Some Javelins chuck in on that group. Rah! Charging on over. Go ahead and kick in the good old Slayer of Champions on you, as well as the Sword of Torgold, and then we'll drop Seafang through these poor fools here, throwing stuff at us from the back line. Keep you guys running. Balefine, we are definitely going to need some assistance from. Make sure you are helping out. Keep throwing at these other units now. Send the champions this direction, just to hold the line for about a moment. We'll get the Skin Wolves slaughtering this group of Marauders next. They're doing pretty good work. As is, we've got guys smashing it on this side. Get these guys working on those trolls. We're gonna have a lot of trouble with those trolls. Come on, Javelinos, get working.
Yes, my God's call.
Got a lot of the enemies stuck in the woods there, which is pretty perfect. Those, these Axe Cavalry are probably not long to the world, unfortunately. Which means we are going to lose the back line. We'll have to keep that in mind. Move you back around. Most of the enemy infantry is retreating, though. They do have a good deal of trolls and such in our back line. We're going at those spawn of SLAANESH. We need to deal with them. Berserkers, start fighting these Marauders. Don't just let them run over you there. And actually, we need a bit of shades here in the woods. Help out the Marauders we've got. Come on over. And the Skin Wolves have that side just fine. Have you be the stop block for these trolls. And you come on over and help out with them. You guys come fight these Chosen in the woods. Wulfrik, you also get into a fight with those Chosen. Skin Wolves really need to retreat. That's a lot of enemies for them. There's Javelins flying. You guys turn around there and keep your champions fighting for a bit longer. Get these Skin Wolves away. They can actually start regenerating. Out of magic, go ahead and smash yourself in over here.
Retreat!
Alright, we do have some lads retreating, which is not lovely to see. We did expect to take some casualties, though. Focus down those Chaos Trolls there, get them retreating on away. Wulfrik is taking quite a bit of damage, but we are fighting a whole heap of Chosen. Let's go ahead and blast Seafang through. Perfect. Okay, let's get these guys rotating on over where they can actually do some damage. So we smash in with this Exalted Hero. Balefine really shouldn't stay into a fight for very long, so we're just gonna smash them in and pull them on back.
Chaos Marauders!
I really need you guys to switch targets over to the Feral Manticore there. And you guys deal with those hounds before they jump into combat. We are losing lots of the lads in the woods there, which is not good to see. Our Mammoth is also rampaging out in the forest. Okay. Got a few puzzle pieces to deal with. Chosen are causing all sorts of issues. We need Wulfrik out of the woods here. Let's push him through. And we need him something fighting somewhere else. We'll bring him all the way over as quick as we can. We eliminated the hounds beautifully. Deal with these other Marauder Cavalry. We charge back into combat. We are completely out of magic, which is awful to see. We'll hold the Skin Wolves out so they can do a bit more regenerating. Do they have a hero anywhere over here? I think they do. There he is. Go ahead and basically deactivate all of his abilities and then swing on in there, start smashing. Get them moving on back into the woods here. We need to save our Manticore, or our Mammoth. The big woolly boy must be rescued. Balefine's actually fighting pretty well here. We've got the Exalted Hero fleeing for the hills. It's going to break their leadership and the group around them.
Gods command me.
Keep throwing those javelins at the spawn of SLAANESH there. Wulfrik has easily defeated the lads in the woods. Go ahead and launch Seafang through. Try to free his mammoth. Woods are completely coated in blood. Seafang rips on through as well. Get these guys into the fight so we don't lose all of our ROR units. We probably are going to end up doing so, though. Our warriors flee. Into the fight. Oh, just in time. We did end up losing the Brutes of the Hound. They fell to the man, but Horde would be proud of them. We will chase down as many of these fools as we can for the next battle, and I will catch you all in a moment.
Wulfrik the Wanderer.
And a Pyrrhic victory. Unfortunately, we did lose our Marauder champions with great weapons, as well as the Brutes of the Hound there. I thought these guys managed to survive, but just barely lost too many there. Not a great win for us. A lot of the enemy defeated, but the Gore Beast chariots actually get out of there with no casualties, and then several of the trolls are actually going to be just fine. So, not a great win for us, but we will take the sacrifice of the captives for a bit of extra gold. Gain the Assault Expert a Ruby Ring of Ruin, a couple other followers, as well as the Mist Stalkers, which will be great in Throg's army. We can't actually escape unless we attack on into the Tower of Crack here, and actually, instead of what we were going to do before, since we have taken so many losses, I mean, I guess we could sit in a raiding camp and kind of wait. They aren't actually recruiting any themselves. This would just allow them to actually do some replenishing, unfortunately. But we could try to get Hordred into another fight and sit here and replenish ourselves.
Impossible.
We could, for now, grab these Mist Stalkers just to keep him a little bit more safe. Even if we want to, just grab a couple more Normie Marauders just to kind of have some chaff for the next fight. Skin Wolves only would take one turn. I think we'll go for them instead then. We'll sit here and grab a couple Skin Wolves. Just fill in our ranks with a bit more beasties. We'll just grab 3 of them then. Be a nice replacement for our champions. Or Wulfrik, gain himself some more skill points. If we're going to add the big nasties in our army, maybe it might be better to have more melee attack and weapon strength for our Skin Wolves instead of the Beast Slayers. Although I still think probably best to have more ammunition and missile strength for all of our Marauders. That's the one we'll go for next. Once we're done making Wulfrik the best champion he could be, we'll go for the Deadly Blade next, because he did lose a bit of melee attack being on top of the Mammoth. I'm going to make sure he's landing his hits. Jurgesh, we will give you... We don't have a lot of magic with him right now, and that's just due to the fact that the area is not great for it. But let's go ahead and grab a bit more armor, keep him fighting a bit longer. Yeah, see if they go for the attack, and this should count as raiding, which should complete our monster hunt as well, which we just need to do some raiding here in this province. Does it tell us over here? Here we go. Raid the following region, the Tower of Crack. Gives us some gold, and then I guess the issue is if this starts the battle with the critter. We probably don't want that. Since I haven't played Norsca before and I've done everything I can to kind of keep this a blind playthrough, we will soon see if we get ambushed by the Spicy Flyer. We'll find out. We have 4,000 gold left. I can do some upgrading, mostly to the settlements that we already know and have kind of built up already. Taking that to the final tier would be great, but again, just not Armored Skin Wolves. I don't care about that much.
Overrun the world.
Egil is leaving as fast as he can, running from Be'lakor. We'll scoot him on over to the Troll Fjord, and then we can give you a bit more beastie units too. Oh, he's in March Dance. That would be part of the reason we can't. Okay, then. Guess we'll spend some money instead. I'd like to do some upgrades over at the Varg camp or the Serpent Jetty. Last time I did that, expecting him only to attack the Monolith, it seems like he heard me. It seems like most of our upgrades should probably go on in here to the Naglfari Plain and such. Starlight camp, but we could upgrade as well, which may not be a bad idea. This is such a good settlement. We may want to grab just better walls. Where is Throg at?
I eat my enemies.
They're being not as intelligent as true to lore Throg. We'll just grab the Clan Enclave instead there at Crack-a-Drac. Then we'll have Olaf here. We need to raid the Kiss the Lights. Start off a fight with them soon, but not yet. Global is all taken up. I could give him the Bale Fiends, but I'm definitely not going to be doing that. We'll be going to Throg. We'll give them to him right away here, just in case there's any rats trying any nonsense. Miststalkers are in. Beautiful. Take a quick look to our diplomacy.
Bring ruin.
We could pay a bit of gold for some agreements, but I think
No.
we're good as is long as we don't get into any more wars just yet. We need to finish off Throt, who is definitely hiding in several of these settlements nearby. There's definitely no Skaven there. His turn.
A negotiation. How about this? I let you talk, then we duel.
Sounds about right. They have ended their trade agreement with us. Well, we've been stealing money from you and trading with you. Seems like a win-win. Alright. The Monster Hunt. Frigastrex, Sign of the Cold Void. The weather around the Tower of Crack is even more inhospitable than we first thought. This unusually harsh climate is seemingly unbearable for most things to dwell in too long. Tundra is devoid of life, which may also be evidence that the mighty Frigastrex is nearby, usurping all other predators in the vicinity. Further reconnaissance is needed, but if you are to dwell the extreme weather, you require the help of those that are most home in this harsh, snowy environment. Who will you choose to have you serve for this task? Marauder Hunters or Ice Trolls? Ooh. So is this... what is going to happen here? We are pretty much maxed out for the army, right? Except for those skin wolves, but they should be in now. Ice Trolls would probably be better as holding the line units, but more hunters would be nice too. Go for the Marauders. What did this do? Huh. I'm unaware of what changed because of activating that. Fair enough. A couple of factions were destroyed there. Good to see Hoggrave being wiped out instead of confederated. That just means Chaos is going to be bored now and coming for us. We get a bit of gold for completing that monster hunt. So I guess, when do we do the battle with the creature?
Who's next?
Or are they bugged? This is one of the ones that's bugged. Curses.
Now, the correct path.
We'll find out. Let's swing on in here to the Tower of Crack. We haven't fully healed up, but pretty well. Looks like they're going to be stealing my Marauder champions. Can I pull away and say no to that? Because I don't want to fight my own champions.
Undefeated.
Okay, didn't pull us too far away. What about now?
Or Scott.
This time they steal the Marauder Hunters. Still not something I'm really okay with. Let's go ahead and pull back one more time.
Speak. Finally.
Now they steal nothing. How unfortunate for you guys. You know, if you ever need to not have your units seduced by Slaanesh, just keep attacking them multiple times if you have the movement for it, of course. If you don't, you definitely can't be doing this, but you have the movement for it. If you just try it a couple times in a row, they will stop seducing your units and you can go into the battle as is. So we'll take a quick look at the terrain here for the tower. Maybe. Okay, so your typical kind of box chaos settlement. Going to be a nasty one to get through. Alright, I think what we're really going to want to do is break everyone on the walls as quick as we can with our more elite Marauder champions. Get our javelins up on those walls and start throwing stuff down into those large units, especially like these trolls and such. We do have these skin wolves, though, to help rip through that large, those large units there, but we will have to see. They have a lot of trolls. Let's get to it. Alright, let's get this battle going. We'll start deployment. Looks like this one is where it's going to want to put me over here. I think the best place to attack from is still this position. They kind of set up all into these back areas, and it's pretty easy to smash on through. We could do from either side there, but I think we'll go from over here. Just because there are... well, that makes it less opportunity for me to actually get up on the walls, but there are less overall towers as well, so we'll go for this side. A little bit ruined. We'll grab our champions, line them up. Looks like this is a really nasty bit of tower work, so we'll pull them back a little bit, and we'll probably have Wulfrik beat down the walls first. Wulfrik and the other mammoth. Then we'll let the skin wolves kind of rush on forward. They move quick enough that they can kind of avoid some of the tower fire. Those marauders will get blasted apart. We will have the javelins further back because they're pretty going to be very useful with all those missiles there. So then third one back. They can just kind of funnel in from behind once the battle is fought in earnest. Or at least has begun. And there we go. We can bring them forward. We'll have the great weapons back as well since they've been a bit wounded. And the normal marauders will get exploded by those walls. We can have our armored skin wolves kind of even closer. They'll be probably the tower's first target is all we'll have to keep in mind. And then the Balefeet as well. Perfect. So all of the infantry, the 2 marauder horsemen, all of the wolves, including the ice wolves, which will probably be causing some ruckus on the other side there. We'll have you guys in the centralized spot. That works for me. Group these guys together, start the battle up. Wulfrik charge right on in. Rotate you guys over. You guys also get on the walls there. Well, maybe don't move too far forward. It looks like they aren't taking to the walls, so we're going to get them first. Send the lads up.
Climb their pitiful walls.
Climb those pitiful walls. Send the javelins up as well. Get them ready. We're being blasted upon by the hell cannon towers, which is really unfortunate. Have these ice wolves moving on around, start nom-nomming on the gates. Wulfrik's doing his thing. Let's stay just far enough away that the javelin hunters can't hit us. They're getting blasted at now. Let's go ahead and see if we can't dodge a couple of those shots. Does no good to take damage on the way in. Bring these axes up. Skin wolves are all working together there. Let's bring the rest of the skin wolves forward. Wolves are past the towers. Looks like they have abandoned the towers as well, while our champions all reach the walls. I'd send you forward, Balefiend. We may need some hit of shades very soon. We'll wait till everyone's kind of clumped up around Wulfrik once those gates are down. You scoot on over. Have started blasting away. We need to get up on those walls quick now. That seems a bit unfortunate for our squad. Send Wulfrik in on the trolls. Wulfrik get the Skaven slaves first. Just obliterate them pretty quickly there. Mammoth on in. Those things are shooting as fast as they can, just tearing our soldiers to shreds there. Get on those great weapons. Get wolves, let's get through in on these chaos trolls in the back. Go ahead and drop good old Seafang through. We can bounce it. Oop, I guess not. We can bounce it kind of like that. You skin wolves come on in as well. Start attacking these Gore Beast chariots. Let's have you two moving on forward and attacking this group of Chaos Warriors. They're through the gates. Perfect. Come on over and claim the spot. Balefeed and Mammoth. Let's send the Mammoth in. Start crumping them up. Activate our old Sword of Torvald there. Start dealing with them. We don't really need the Pit of Shades, but we will drop down an Enfeebling Foe. It's not a area buff. Debuff, rather, I forgot. We'll just do the Occam's Mind Razor then. We want Wulfrik trying to move through this group into those Marauder Horsemen. We have slaughtered the lads on the walls there, so let's get all of these champions moving on down. Have them all work down together. We'll have 3 of these javelins take to the walls themselves. Well, hang on now. We've got some enemies approaching. You two, no deal. We'll have you guys keep coming on forward. I thought they were more forward than they were. Rotate just a bit there. Almost claim the point. No one's too near them. Balefiend, we can drop down some old magic. Let's weaken these Forsaken of Slaanesh there. Skin Wolves are doing really good work. With them all moving towards this next group of trolls. Guys in the center here have been pretty easily butchered. Get in here on this group. Guys on the wall easily cutting down the pink-clawed fools. Wulfrik, you're better suited to dealing with this for group of infantry there. Let me see if we can get multiple of these units as they rush in. Skin wolves keep working on these trolls here. Beautiful. We may clip them a little bit. Yeah, just a smidge. Let's get the armored skin wolves forward. They can be working on this 4-fire sorcerer here. Yeah, chase those Forsaken right off.
Now is our time.
Let's have you guys come on over here.
This area is sacred.
This area is sacred.
That's what the master's been.
Yeah, we'll just come fight these marauders. Get the javelins like I wanted up on the walls.
This area
And you
is
two can kind of come on over and just hold the line here.
Charge!
That works for now. Armored wolves go deal with the sorcerer. Go ahead and lock him down so he's going nowhere.
Yes!
Deal with these chosen. Several chosen coming on in to fight. Skin wolves are going to gladly rip you apart as soon as they see you. Norscan ice wolves, you are being rushed up on. Let's go claim another point instead. Maybe don't rush through the enemy though, yeah? There you go, you figured it out.
My God's call!
So have you guys lure some people into a fight by jumping this barricade platform.
Chaos
You can attack these marauders and you can come on over and help out. Throwing axes, come on in.
No!
And you as well, come on over.
The gods!
Let's get these three, instead of where they're currently at, let's bring them forward just a bit.
No!
You don't want to fireball at them from over here. You should be worried about the wolves ripping you to shreds, bud.
Orders taken.
These chosen are having all sorts of trouble.
Freedom!
Rip through that manticore. Don't see a lot of infantry teams left. We can't quite get over to this group over here, though. We shall soon.
Marauders!
Marauders get involved.
Yes, sword! Yes!
You guys go deal with these Forsaken of SLAANESH that are trying to retreat. Slow-mo of the champion slaughtering the weak marauder brethren. Yeah, no, we've traded our bandages in for proper shin guards and armor. As you all see, it's quite effective. Realize that our music is also gone. We were doing some recording on some other stuff later, or earlier, and so I forgot to put the music back in. There we go. Back to the way things are meant to be. Keep chopping them up. Oh, things sounded a bit off. That was oddly silent.
Wulfrik the Wanderer!
Alright, Wulfrik. Some trolls want to fight. Give them a wallop. Feral Mammoth and our own mage that I neglected to bring into the fight. Go ahead and have you guys chop down at this gate here with your axes. Deal with these marauders quickly so we can deal with this platform next. You have to worry about the Gorbeast chariots as well. Guess they got caught up doing a little bit of a wiggle. Come on over here and brace for those chariots to come on in, because they are going to be armor piercing and quite a nasty customer there. And Wolves dealing with this mage quite nicely. Let's move forward into the next group. You guys can come on over and start ripping apart these broader horsemen.
Wulfrik the Wanderer!
Their lord is going to have the worst time when he comes on back. He is going to claim the different spots though, sending the Gorbeast chariots to do the same. Come on around to try to cut them off. They've broken through the barricades. You guys can just claim the spot. Have you guys go up and start beating on this barricade here, internally. Start ripping up these marauders here. They're going to have no trouble, really. The wolves are going to have a snack. Boat rips on through the line. Those guys are immediately done. Let's go ahead and just claim this middle spot. Have these berserkers come on over. Actually, we'll keep them here. Kid Wolves pretty easily eliminated that group. Yeah, those javelin hunters will have no problem running away from them. So we'll bring you guys back over. Not sure why they're having so much trouble bringing down this sorcerer here, but props to him. Been an absolute champion. We'll have the Skin Wolves that are nearest come on back over, deal with these Chaos Warhounds. They think themselves brave. Pulling away of whatever that's coming on in. No, thank you. Four Beast Chariots coming on over. Let's wait for them. We're a little bit spread out here. Pull you on away because we just ripped our own Azazel to shreds with our javelins. Deal with this sorcerer. Alright, smash this poor sorcerer lord. Give him a hug. Wulfrik may be the eternal duelist, but we'll let the skin wolves rip this poor fool to shreds while he smushes apart these marauders. Makes ourselves some chunky salsa. Alright, you're gonna bully the guys who aren't able to fight back. Fair enough. Sounds just about right. We'll bring you to attack this platform. That should stress the trolls out and bring them on out to fight. Move on in. You guys keep fighting this sorcerer, who has been able to fight the entire match, blasting us with spells the whole time too. Go on back just a little bit further. Those Beast Chariots obviously do not want to fight. We'll stack up there with extra troops then, and just eliminate who's left. Yeah, it's just that Beast Chariot. Left the Ice Wolves to their own devices, and they got whooped. My own fault. Win the battle. A marvelous win. A crushing defeat for the Ecstatic Legions. We lost 180 of our own, mostly going to those hounds and just some of the chaff units, which is pretty awesome there. We'll take this win, and we will definitely sack the settlement first for 15,000 gold. And while I did say I was going to keep Azazel around to continue to deal with him, I would actually rather eliminate this enemy now rather than later. And we'll just have to deal with not gaining the defeat trait for Azazel and some of our other lords there. He becomes rather a plunderer, but we'll turn on back around and claim the tower, putting an end to his threat. He may have another settlement somewhere else, but it looks like I might.
Serve no master but
Azazel.
He is homeless. Azazel lurks and is forever homeless. We'll swing on into Wulfrik, grab the Foe Seeker so we can zoom around a little faster on his mammoth.
Wulfrik.
Jurgesh. We'll give you the Might of the Swamp, the 492 weapon strength, which is not amazing, but it is better than most of the Empire Lords, so he can be a threat when he wants to be. Tower of Crack will repair the main settlement and the bulwark, and then I think for the town itself, we'll just throw in the loot pile for now. Then we can do what we can from there. Just keep things cheap, though. Forbidden Citadel will grab the Skull-Laden encampment. Just gonna get nice defenses everywhere we can. Monolith of York Hill, we will go ahead and throw in those final wall of carcasses. Nothing saps the courage out of an enemy like a massive wall of dead bodies. And give us an amazing garrison, but it is something quite a bit better than it was before. Raiding port, and then finally, I think we'll just go for the first dash. Loot pile will be nice too, but we don't really need the growth anymore, so we'll just go for the first dash. A bit O income. Now that Egil is home, Bellicor is going to scoot on by.
Not your shadow.
And while we would probably not win this battle, I am tempted to send Egil out just to halt Bellicor. You know what we will? Let's bring some Sked Wolves with us. We could also take some Mammoths. This would slow us down considerably. But then we would have a War Mammoth. Cost 500, which is pretty incredible. But also, these guys are pretty incredible in battle. We'll just grab the one, and then one more Skin Wolf. Or at least one Skin Wolf in general. We'll need to do some raiding to actually stay ahead of the curve here. We'll grab the Marauding Militia as well at the Troll Fjord. Keep the main settlement safe. And then for Wulfrik here, well, we did recruit in some more Skin Wolves. I kind of want to get rid of these Norscan Ice Wolves here, which they're fine, but they're not really what I want in the army. We'll kick them out and put in the... How expensive is it? 6 whole turns in the global. Ooh, I don't want to sit here for 6 turns and grab the War Mammoth. We may have the other guy then grab multiple for Wulfrik. Having him out of commission for 6 turns is just way too many.
My challenge?
Feral Mammoth is putting in the work for now, but he's not armored and he doesn't have the guys on back to throw javelins off. So he's not the best. Maybe if we can find a way to lessen our global, we'll go for that. Let's throw in the upgrade to the Sorrel encampment here while we can, and then upgrade the Naglfari Plain to the Trophies of Battle. Yeah, Eggle, do we want to have you bring in another Mammoth? May cost just far too much to have you ship on over here towards us. I mean, the Feral Mammoth is not that much cheaper. Has identical weapon strength. This guy's just a lot more armored. Has a little bit more leadership. A bit more attack, and then that group of guys in the back that throw the javelins off. Pretty awesome. And they don't rampage. That's the other good thing about them. Alright, Olaf, we'll have you
Excellent.
just continue to steal from the Kislevites. We'll kind of scoot on around, though. Let's move to this part of Volksgrad over here.
Journeying.
I don't trust them, and they definitely don't trust me. We will save a bit of gold there. We'll have Throg jump into the raiding camp stance. And we'll move on back here towards the lair of the Troll King. We won't be stealing any gold from the area just for now because we actually don't know that there are Skaven there until we jump on the settlement and find out. There actually may be no Skaven here at all. Local armies, other corruption. Yeah, there's definitely an army of Skaven here somewhere.
Battle time is feeding time.
Good to hear.
Where's my next quarry?
Skip through there then. Take a quick look at our diplomacy.
What?
I doubt there's a lot we can do at the moment.
Yo,
It is
Military access with all-seeing eye. But why?
blood.
But why is my question.
Eat, feed.
Yeah, we'll swing on into Wulfrik, and then that's the turn.
I've little time for talking, but much time for killing.
Katerin has declared war. So be it. Azazel has come on back, and he attacks the Tower of Crack. If we were to give this one auto-resolve, we would lose our Ice Hounds and one of our Throwing Axe Marauder Horsemen. No, sir. Let's get him. Alright, let's get to smushing Azazel then. Start our deployment, and he is going to be... He's kind of out here on the outside, all together as one. Fair enough. We're going to use all of our main settlement boys as chaff. We're going to set up a bit of a line here. Javelins on one side, axes on the other. I'm not trying to dock this unit. Please and thank you. There we go. We'll have the other group just behind them in a layer. Wherever we can kind of shove these guys.
Yes, Lord.
We can lose all of them, and that would bother me all of 0. Perfect. We'll grab all of our normal soldiers. Probably throw them in the center of this settlement here to avoid Azazel's spells. Spread them all over the place.
Chaos Marauders.
We'll have all of our skin wolves waiting to charge on in behind those units.
Hear my
Where are you?
troops.
You over here on this fire bridge. The lava wolves. You guys hang out over there as well. All of the skin wolves is one unit. You two and you three all need to hang out inside the center, away from anything dangerous. This is an incredibly defensible minor settlement here. I haven't fought this map in a very long time either. We'll bring Jurgesh back a bit. We definitely don't want to have him fighting Azazel. Wulfrik can hold the line. Mammoth can come on in here with us. Well, he's taking quite a bit of damage. We'll keep him back just a little ways. Skin wolves. And our javelin teams. These guys are the most likely to take some damage. We also need them to kind of quickly wound his chariots as they come on in.
What?
We'll have kind of just a layer of javelins. Several layers of them.
Chaos Marauders.
He can't hit them all with spells, but he will probably hit a few of them. Go ahead and get them in guard mode. Everyone else in the back. That's good. That'll begin.
Troops to slaughter.
Didn't even build any buildings there. Guess we'll do it now. We'll do the monument, although it'll be too late. Just go for one of the towers. Note to self, make sure you do build everything you need before the battle begins. Don't need overcast, it just lets us cast from further away. We'll go ahead and give this to Azazel once he gets in range. Gave this group the whip, didn't really do much. Azazel is landing. Give us the Sword of Torgal to keep him from moving. Drop his already almost 0 armor to even further 0. Throwing those javelins. Let's get the Skin Wolves all moving in as one. Eliminate these trolls. Wulfrik is taking a lot of damage from Azazel. That mammoth is bullying the poor purple boy. The Skin Wolf just ran in and just got clotheslined. Azazel is defeated, and the rest of his troops turn and run for the hills. There will be no escape. Catch you in a moment. And the purple people eater falls yet again. We did lose a few in the battle, but mostly the chaff units, and Azazel did a number on Wulfrik's health bar there, but we should be able to replenish that no problem. We'll go ahead and sacrifice these captives yet again.
A negotiation. How about this?
Is it time for war with the Rotsmen as well? Bring it. Into their non-aggression. We gained ourselves a Beast Tamer, which will probably quickly sell. Wulfrik has become a kidnapper. Stealing objects is good business. Stealing people is more lucrative, even still. Even more post-battle loot. And we've got our longer hulls, so more income from stacking settlements and immune to high siege attrition for all of our armies. We can zoom around a little easier.
Where's my next quarry?
Over here with Fator. He must be slain. Gives his own auto-resolve, he falls to his knees and is crushed. We will go ahead and fully eliminate Azazel's armies here. We'll go for killing the captives just for a bit of experience. 100 is very not much, though. How many turns do we get that for? Just a single? It's going to take me 2,000 experience to get to the next rank. Let's go for the sacrifice of the captives then. Static legions are no more.
World Walker.
Such is their only right. Now let's move forward towards Zoishank and start clearing out these rats.
Ahead.
We could definitely use the Oblasts here for some free plunder. That's a lot of Rattling guns. Alright, Throt. I am impressed. We would have to be fighting this one on inside the settlement itself. I would actually rather fight this. Well, we could probably make this work. He has a lot of Clan Rat spears, which would hold us down for a while these Rattling guns were actually able to fire. We do have so many Skin Wolf units that we could blast through pretty quickly, I think. I still think I would rather fight them out on the field itself. So let's encircle this settlement here and see if we can't lure them out. He was recruiting more soldiers, so I'm glad we got in here while we did. Alright then, Wulfrik will give you a bit more damage there. Wound Maker, 725 weapon strength, being pretty disgusting. Our Bale Fiend, we want... It's going to be the most useful here against all these rats. Definitely the Pit of Shades. We'll go ahead and upgrade that even further. The Storm Vermin actually do have a pretty hefty bit of armor. We'll need that to actually get through it. 100% armor piercing. Wulfrik can hang out here. Hopefully he has no other armies that are too nearby. We can have Throg move forward though. See about claiming the lair of the Troll King. We sure can. There are rats inside though. Can we fight these ones out on the field? We sure can. They do have the Molder Clanstone, which will give them some heals and actually resurrect dead combatants, which is pretty strong there. But the bulk of this army is fairly weak. We've got a lot of speed. We'll have to use it very well here if we don't want to lose anything to all those Rattling guns. Get the battle going. Right then. We are going to want to move up very quickly to go engage his front line and then get these guys in the back line completely destroyed by what we've got access to. So we'll throw the Marauders in the center. If we want anyone to be doing the dying, it's definitely these two. Have our axes on the sides of each of those guys.
Chaos Marauders!
And then the Berserkers even further out still.
Command me!
Let's do both of them on this side, just a little ways back. We'll have the Javelins in
Your will!
position behind them. A bit back, though, because we don't want any spray shots to land on them instead of their intended targets.
Yes!
We can move them forward afterwards. Forward back just a bit.
Waterfall!
Out to there, and then you as well. Just a bit back. A very dark map.
So be it!
We are missing one of our units of Berserkers. There they are. Come on over to this side. Keep these guys safe. We'll do Troll and Skin Wolf combo over here. These guys are already pretty wounded, though, so we'll want to keep that in mind. We'll probably send the Bale Fiends with them. Bring them up on this side with those Hounds. And you guys can be on the other group here. Coming up this other flank. We'll have them rolling with this Skin Wolf. And then the Frog and another Skin Wolf can roll together. We'll have you in the center. Or maybe not. Oh, in that center. Cool. Javelins all as one. Yeah, let's get this battle going. Love to hear it. We have... Well, actually, we can kind of draw them in. And we shall.
Yes!
Grab the army. Send the flanking forces around. Very wide there. Rotate Throg's army, so there's a lot of trees in between us and those Blade Claw catapults. Send you up to this next copse of trees there. Beast, you get moving very far because catapults do like to blast apart our speedy units there. We've got some Doom Flayers, which will be no match whatsoever for our werewolves or trolls. A lot of catapults. Alright, bring you guys fully around, just kind of get that surround off, get them that sinking feeling. Bring them on in. You as well. Get this whole army disrupted now. Let's go ahead and send the front line and... well, not you guys. The front line and the Javelins forward. Move them right up on them. We'll have the Werewolf stay here for now. Or we can send them forward as well. They keep them worried about it. The catapults are moving all over. The Night Runners with slings are as well, so we'll pull them back. Have you kind of hang out in the woods there. Moving quick. They are all blobbed up in the center. We don't even have any mages to really take advantage, which is a bit sad, but... a whole bunch of rats in the middle here. Charge them in. Grab you all. They're pretty set up in a decent spot. Don't mind that whatsoever. Keep moving around behind them. Come on in. You guys can sneak on through now, I think. All of the rats are pretty well disrupted. Get on in those warp fire throwers. Sneak on through that line. We got storm vermin up front. Let's break them with this copious vomit. Come the old blech. Yeah, I know that'll deactivate it, so we'll kick it in again, but it'll move a little bit faster this time.
Chaos!
What are these guys? Just clan rat spears?
Chaos!
Let's ignore the spears, smash into with this group all as one here, and then have you guys hit these individual units. You hunt down those Doom Flayers. Deal with all of their artillery. You go ahead and get javelins into those rattling guns. It's going to be very important to deal with them. Frog, get on in there. Did not mean to activate the Winter Crown, but it works. Actually, make sure all of you start throwing those javelins at these warp grinders. Pull them away from that lightning.
Yes, Lord!
Could smash these guys. They're just trying to run away. They really want to. Frog is destroying the Grey Seer, as to be expected. We have to slow down some of the fighting and actually see any of it. Storm Vermin fight pretty well, but nothing else. They've got the Molder Heelstone going down here in the center. Very good idea. We've got a lot of javelins going in on those warp grinders because they have some nasty capabilities. You guys pull away from these spearmen there. That's not a unit you really want to be fighting. How about you keep them pinned down? Their backline is completely crumbling away.
Chaos Marauders!
Oh no, more lightning. Run! They didn't quite run fast enough.
Take it, Southerner!
Their lord has fallen. The rest of them should not hang around for much longer. Piece of dash garbage. Actually didn't bring you on in. Chase down some of those clan rats. There we go. Most of these units are fleeing for their life. Actually, Thrall can handle that just fine. Just make sure you deal with a lot of these different Skaven slave units. Those Doom Flayers. You come in here and jump on these Night Runners.
They will succumb!
Try to get rid. That is the victory. Got the Skaven running for their lives. Well done there, Throg. Useless you were not. Pat pat. A quick and easy victory there. We only lost a couple of our units. The Marauders did fall, but they are chaff. There are plenty more besides. We'll go ahead and sack the settlement first, just to steal any riches for ourselves. It looks like they actually have upgraded this one quite a bit, though. And we'll sack it. We need the gold. Land Molder has been revealed. We've got a Marauder Brute, and we will turn back around there and then claim the Lair of the Troll King. Stealing some more land from Rot. The Lint Thorn Mountains are fully under our control then. Perfect, we'll go ahead and have the Marauders and Builders active. Prepare the Lair of the Troll King and delete these sparring fields here. Jock Trollkin, we could probably go ahead and upgrade the raiding port in. Olaf, I'd really like to make sure you are safe. We can hit Volksprod now and do some stacking and fleeing on away. I think these guys are at war with the Tsarina. But for now, after our victory with Rot, we have one more battle to be fought. I think we'll actually go ahead and fight this one on the battlefield, but in the next battle. Or the next episode, rather. For now, I'm out of time for today. I've been Space Wizard of War, in the middle of a light from Light God, the sub for the sub phone, and I will see you on the next one.